Good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. G. Dharamdeep from JJ Orthodontics. On behalf of JJ Orthodontics, I'm so glad to be here today. Thanks to 55th IOC Organizing Committee for giving me this opportunity. So, from the womb of JJ Orthodontics, many innovative orthodontic bracket designs in this past 25 years were introduced for the requirement of orthodontic community, which became so much successful nationally and internationally. Today, I'm going to introduce a bracket system which has shown a revolution in self-ligation bracket. When we introduced these brackets from the year 2016 onwards to present 2021, it has shown a gradual increase and it showed so much confidence in the orthodontist for moving towards self-ligation. Today, my topic, I'm going to discuss with you what actually this bracket, this self-ligating bracket system, what actually the name stands for, what are different variants, what are different features which were not there in another brackets, which we have incorporated into this bracket, the unique features, evolution of this bracket from the origination time to the present, and finally with some case studies. Coming to selfie name, what actually this selfie name stands for? Each word denotes the objectives to be fulfilled by this bracket. S stands for secured ligating. E stands for the bracket should be ergonomically designed for the comfort of patient and for the better use for the orthodontist also. L stands for light continuous force generation. F stands for frictionless, and finally Y stands for the bracket should be yieldable. Means the bracket need to be so much economical for the clinicians to use for their day-to-day clinical. Coming to the basic variants in this bracket design, to classify, we have produced it as a active self-ligating bracket and passive self-ligating brackets. What is the basic difference between active and passive self-ligating bracket? Basically, self-ligating bracket means, to give you a brief information, we are having different types of ligation, either elastomeric ligation, metallic ligation, or self-ligation. Elastomeric ligation, we are using elastomeric ring for engaging a wire into the slot. Metallic ligation, we are using ligature wire for engaging the wire into the slot. In self-ligation, fourth wall means the three walls were given by the slot, and fourth wall we are giving either by rigid door like in passive self-ligating brackets, or it will be like a flexible door in active self-ligating bracket. So in active self-ligating bracket, fourth wall, that is this door, will be flexible, which exerts some amount of force onto the wire. In passive self-ligating bracket, these doors won't exert any force onto the wire. This is the basic concept. But actually, these brackets, if you see, what we have done the modification is, these are not true active or true passive. These are like an interactive version of active and passive self-ligating bracket. What is meant by this interactive version? Means in this active self-ligating bracket, in the initial round wires, means O14 wires, it won't exert any force onto the wire. The door won't exert any force onto the wire. When it comes to a rectangular wires, like 1425 wire, the door will start exerting slightly force onto the wire. When it comes to 1825 and 1925 SS wires, the door will exert more force onto the wire to get the proper expression of the values which were there in the bracket to be incorporated to the tooth. The same concept which I am discussing in active self-ligating bracket, we have transferred even into the passive self-ligating bracket, which we have introduced as a selfie passive self-ligating bracket by changing the slot depth from O28 to O26, so that in the initial round wire, that is O14 round wire, the wire will be so free without any exertion. When it comes to 1425 wire onwards, the door will slightly gives the control, and when it comes to 1825 and 1925 wires, from four walls, it will get a proper control to give a proper expression. So this is the basic modification which we have incorporated in selfie passive self-ligating bracket, which I have explained to you before, like changing the slot depth from O28 to O26, so that when we come to 1925 wire onwards, it will have a better control to give the best performance. Whatever the values which were there in the bracket will be transferred to the tooth. Next, coming to the door mechanism of selfie bracket. So this passive self-ligating bracket, how it is working, the door, how it is standing in a sturdy manner. So if we go in detail inside, if we see comparison with another self-ligating brackets to the selfie passive self-ligating bracket, the basic difference, to provide a proper support for the door, we have incorporated from inside two nitinol pins. And with the compression and relaxation door mechanism, it is going to get a proper control on opening and close. How it is working, if you see, when the door is in closer position, these two nitinol pins will be in the relaxed position in the relaxing chamber. When it is open, they will go into the compressed position, and again when we close, they will come and sit into this relaxed position. So how many times you open and close also, because these pins are nitinol pins, they won't get distorted, and because of these channels which are closely related to each other, when once from the compression position to the relaxed position, when this nitinol pins goes, means when they come to the closed door situation, it gives a tactile feeling like a tuck type of feel. So we will feel like the door is completely closed. Whatever the modifications we have done in the bracket, basic concept of the slot depth, which it was changed from O28 to O26, and even this door mechanism was kept same. Coming to the evolution of selfie-passive bracket, from the time when we have completed the first design to the present, there are different modifications which we have done. So in 2017, the first generation selfie-passive design was introduced into the market. After that, whatever the requirements and modifications needed through the orthodontists, according to their feedback, we used to do the modifications, and we always kept this bracket design open for the comfort of the clinician's usage. So till now, there are three generations which were introduced in selfie passive bracket. In 2017, first generation, 2018, second generation, 2019, the third generation selfie passive bracket were introduced. And in 2020, selfie plus passive bracket was introduced into the market, which is two-piece self-ligating bracket system. So what is this basic difference between one-piece self-ligating bracket system and two-piece self-ligating bracket? In one-piece self-ligating bracket system, head, base, everything is designed and manufactured at one shot. In two-piece self-ligating bracket system, head is designed separately and base is manufactured separately. And after that, by using laser welding procedure, we will merge head part to the base. So in first generation bracket design, the door opening pattern, we used to use probe type of one to make it to open. With that, the control for opening and closing is not that much proper. So that's why we have changed it after that in 2018 to the door opening mechanics by using it like a tool to rotate in a clockwise by keeping in the slot. And after that, in third generation bracket, we have rounded the hook, which was previously square hook. We have changed into round hook. Coming to the basic unique features of selfie passive one-piece self-ligating bracket, it used to have integrated hooks, which are present on canines and premolars, so that we don't want to use any another additional hook for placing. As I explained before, slot depth, which was changed to O26 for giving a proper torque expression, chamfered slot edges for giving less friction, unitiving design for giving a better strength for the bracket, deeper tithing spaces which were there for engaging the elastics, changing the profile to low profile. How we have changed that is, we changed the profile by removing additional auxiliary horizontal slots which were there in another normal self-ligating brackets, so that we reduce actually labiolingual dimension and we increase the mesiodistal dimension so that better rotation control can able to happen. Engraved identification mark on the door so that easy identification can be done. Rounded edges for the patient comfort. Multi-purpose state-of-art base with channel base. So when we keep composite and engage onto the tooth, composite will come from the occlusal side. So it will be easy to remove the composite when it comes from one particular direction. And door opening pattern, in upper brackets, it will be towards occlusal side, and lower brackets, it used to be towards occlusal side, rather than another brackets, which used to be in a gingival direction. Coming to selfie plus bracket design, which was introduced in 2020. In this bracket design, if you see door opening pattern, in lower brackets, it opens towards gingival side rather than in the brackets like in occlusal side in selfie plus, normal selfie bracket. So here, either in selfie plus metal or selfie clear brackets also. Upper brackets, doors open towards occlusal side, lower doors opens towards gingival. As I explained before, it is a two-piece bracket, means head part and base part were done through laser welding procedure. Base is made of 80 gauge base, and it is not having any hooks, and it is having vertical slots for the clinicians who used to prefer to go with drop-in hooks whenever it is necessary. Other differences between selfie passive to selfie plus passive, as we have discussed previously, this is one-piece bracket system and this is two-piece bracket system. Selfie passive comes with integrated hooks, and selfie plus passive comes with vertical slot for drop-in hook. In selfie passive, all the bracket doors open towards occlusal side, but in selfie plus passive bracket, upper brackets opens towards occlusal side and lower brackets opens towards gingival side. Next, selfie passive is a multi-purpose state-of-art one-piece bracket design, and selfie plus passive is 80 gauge mesh-based bracket. While positioning the bracket in selfie passive one-piece design, you need to take mesial and distal bracket base edges as a guides for bracket positioning. In selfie plus passive, you need to use middle scrib line as a guide for placing the bracket. Coming to the prescriptional differences comparative with different another prescriptions. When we were giving the prescription, what are the advantages of all the another bracket prescriptions we have tried to incorporate in this bracket? Means this bracket design need to give compensation for extraction and non-extraction. So when you are using universal arch form, like broader arch form, like Demon arches, when the arch form is trying to make arch coordination expansion, the posterior values till MBT which were there are not sufficient to give the arch coordination compensation. So whatever the brackets which they used to say, like they can convert borderline extraction cases into non-extraction, like either demons or pits, they used to have more amount of compensation in the values of negative in the posteriors, like -11. That feature which was useful we have taken and we have incorporated into the posteriors. And in anteriors, as I said, when we have decreased the slot depth from O2A to O26, the amount of expression with the bracket will happen so much more. So that's why if we keep the compensation value for the extraction cases whenever it is needed, like MBT plus 17 or plus 10 or Demon plus 15 or plus 6 in standard torque value of Demon, it may proclaim the teeth so much more. So that's why we have taken the value equal to the Roth value and even equal to the Pitts value, which we have incorporated in the anteriors plus 12 and plus 8. And in lower, it is equal to MBT values. In selfie plus, in lower brackets are equal to Demon value. So the objective what we wanted to fulfill with this prescription is the bracket need to be like a versatile bracket which can be useful for extraction, non-extraction, multi-purpose bracket. It should be like a performer. Coming to the arch wire sequence, first it starts with initial light round wires like O14 copper nitide, which initially starts the tooth movement leveling, which won't make major changes, but it will initiate the movement. And after that, coming to 1425 copper nitide wire, which is the major working wire, which makes major changes. 1825 copper nitide wire, which makes the form prepared for placing the final workhorse wire, that is 1925 SS. And 1925 SS wire is used for major mechanics, either space closure or retraction or sliding mechanics. Everything can be done in 1925. Here I want to mention something. If you want to make a case which is borderline case, which you want to convert in a non-extraction manner, you need to go with selfie arch forms, which are universal arch forms, which are somewhat broad. In that, upper and lower arch forms will be same. When you come to 1925 arch wire, you need to coordinate according to the arch form and you need to place the wire. When it is an extraction case, you don't want to change the arch form, means arch coordination is not required at that time. You can use either selfie arch form or otherwise a lot of clinicians use us like, can we use normal ovoid arch form? They can also be used. It's not a problem. Finally, I want to show the bracket how it is going to perform in different clinical scenarios, the performance of this bracket. So this is the first case which I am presenting, a patient who is having aesthetic profile. In profile wise, he is not having any problem. Patient chief complaint is crowding. So his main problem is intra-arch discrepancy. So we don't want to change any of his profile. So went with a non-extraction manner, initially started with 014 copper nitride. After that, followed with 1425 copper nitride. When it came to 1825 copper nitride in lower arch, then we slowly opened the space. When space got opened with the open coil spring, then we slowly tried to pull that tooth which was blocked out inside with the help of 014 copper nitride. When the tooth completely came out, after that, we proceeded with 1825 copper nitride and went with 1925 SS. Finally, finishing whatever it is done, we have gone through 014 copper. And finally, we have completed this case in a non-extraction manner without changing any profile of this patient. So these are pre-treatment and post-treatment OPG and laterals. Next, coming to this case, which is a functional case, patient who is having retrognathic mandible. So first we went through twin block therapy. After completion, the functional phase, then we went with selfie system with 014 copper nitride, which is going to give light continuous force. After that, proceeded with 1425 copper nitride, 1825 copper nitride, and finally completed with 1925 SS. Finally completed this case in a non-extraction manner. So these are comparison between pre and post treatment, OPG and lateral shifts. This is a case where the patient completed her growth phase, but she is having retrognathic mandible. So we thought of going with fixed functional appliance. Went with 014 copper nitride, 1425 and 1825 copper nitride. When it came to 1925 SS, then went with the fixed functional forces appliance. After that, finishing whatever it is required, done in 1925 SS and completed in a non-extraction manner. So these are correlations between pre and post-treatment, OPG and lateral shifts. When patient needs profile change, like in this patient, which is a true Bimax condition, when we want to go with all four extractions. In this patient, went with 014, 1425, 1825. When it came to 1925 SS, went with extraction of all fours. As I expressed before, because of the change in slot depth from 028 to 026, control will be given so much properly through the anterior brackets while doing the retraction. So many people used to ask whether self-ligating bracket can be used for extraction or not. See, this bracket is not a general normal passive self-ligating bracket which you see in the market. This is the bracket where the problems are there. We try to rectify through that with our modification. So because of change in the slot depth, you will get a better control for doing the retraction and finally completed through extraction. So if you check pre to the post treatment, OPG and lateral shifts. In this patient also, who is having Bimax condition, which needs maximum anchorage. So we went with all four extraction and TAD supported skeletal anchorage for doing the retraction. So we placed mini implants for doing the retraction, and after that we completed the case in a non-surgical extraction manner. These are pre-treatment to the post-treatment comparison, OPG lateral shift. So today I want to introduce to you our latest introduction into the self-ligating brackets, selfie-lingual. In 2021, this project we are at the end stage, which is going to release soon into the market. So I want to give you the brief introduction on what are the unique features which we have kept in this selfie-lingual bracket. This bracket also is a passive self-ligating bracket design, means the door is like a rigid door. Slot dimensions are 018 into 026, and this bracket we have designed in a two-piece manner. As I mentioned before, head part and base part are manufactured separately, and we are merging that through laser welding procedure. Why we chosen to go with two-piece bracket design is to get the better finish. At the same time, the bracket can be comfortable for the customization, either for in-house customization procedure by using composite or otherwise by factorial customization by using CAD/CAM manufacturing base. So whoever wants to do factorial customization of the bracket, they can take the head design and can do the base customization and can merge the head to the base. Whoever want to do in-house customization by different customization techniques, either Hyro or whatever the techniques they want to go, they can do this bracket, which is having a base, 80 gauge mesh base. Coming to the hook design, it is having a cut half circle type of design, means a complete circle we have cut into half, so that for placing elastics, it will be so much convenient, especially when you go towards the lingual side, when that hook will go so much near. It will be difficult if the composite comes and if just comes to out also to engage the elastic, it will be difficult. That's why we have made this modification. In posteriors, it is having like a dumbbell type of hook design. Script line for positioning the bracket in middle properly, and basic compensation torques also incorporated in this bracket. In upper brackets, it is equal to around 60 degrees and lower it is around 40 degrees. So now I am showing to you some of the cases which were treated through this lingual self-ligating bracket. This is a patient whose chief complaint is spacings in upper anterior. Just went with this lingual self-ligating bracket design. When it came to 1622, the wire went for the space closure and completed just in 4 to 5 months. We have completed this without changing anything features in this. So this is pre and post correction. Next, coming to this case, this patient who is having crowding and one side class 2 molar relation, which she is having class 2 subdivision type of case. So in this patient, while doing the correction, like TPA, how we do the class 2 correction into class 1 by doing a mesiobuccal derotation bend. That was given in the lingual arch wire, and crowding was relieved during the phase of correction in the 014 dermal wires. And when it came to 1622 wire, just when the spaces were open, slowly close the space, and because of the derotation bends which was given, class 2 molar relation came into class 1 molar relation, and finally completed this case in a class 1 molar relation manner. So this is pre and post corrections. And finally, this patient who is having extraction spaces and upper spacings, which we try to close during the initial wires when it came to 1622 through the chain in the anteriors. When all the anterior spaces were closed, then we started retraction from buccally and lingually, and lower molars we thought to do initialization, because to get into a class 1 relation with the support of TADS, and finally completed the case in a class 1 molar relation. So these are pre to post. So finally, I want to thank JJ Orthodontics, and I'm so much proud to be a part in this company. I want to thank Dr. Jiju John, who is being always supportive for doing all the innovative works, and my college, G. Pulla Reddy Dental College and Hospital, especially to my boss, Dr. Y. Muralidhar Reddy Garu, and other staff colleagues and students, and to this 55th IVOC Organization Committee for giving me this opportunity, for sharing my insights to you all. Thank you, one and all.